All of a sudden, this man's arm is sunburned. Looks at the sky. Only sees hot sunshine shines down on the earth and blows a big hole in the ozone layer on the surface of the earth. Sunshine directly shines on the ocean. All the fish in water are cooked in less than 1 second. The Golden Gate Strait has been turned into a huge hot pot. Burning hot sunshine continuously moves forward. It is about to shine on the Golden Gate Bridge soon. The man who is sunburnt rushes to close the car window. At this moment, railings on the bridge already turn red due to they have been heated. Wires are also making jabbing sounds. Next second, wires all snap. When the man marvels, his car windows are scattered. Cracks show up on the Golden Gate Bridge. Tires all melt due to high temperature. Railings can no longer hold on and they snap. Soon afterwards, slings of the bridge all collapse. The whole Golden Gate Bridge is snapped in half. Cars all explode and fall into the ocean. The Golden Gate Bridge gradually collapses from its center to both sides. Thousands of lives are taken away in an instant, but this still cannot stop heat wave from moving forward. In less than a day, half of San Francisco encounters attack that has never happened before. Death toll is countless. More people are missing. Hotels, hospitals are all surrounded by fire. However, not just San Francisco. Bizarre incidents continuously happen at other places in America. All of a sudden, pigeons in the sky hit the buildings. Then, drop to the ground. Skyscraper's glass is broken. Pigeons rush into the crowd, indifferently smashing into passers-by. People who haven't figured out what's going on run away in panic. Pigeons hit car windshields. Also fly into buses. Cause a bunch of car accidents. Pigeons even break stores' tempered glass through hitting. The whole city is in chaos. There's screaming everywhere. At this moment, people who have pacemakers on this planet, they all die somehow at the same time. In a square in London, there is something worse. After a space shuttle enters the Earth, it deviates from the intended trajectory and sprints toward downtown of Los Angeles at a speed of 373 miles per hour. The captain has no choice, decides to land in a river, lowers landing gear, passes by a bridge shoulder to shoulder. The space shuttle rushes to slow down, but its tail hits the bridge, so it totally loses control. The space shuttle starts sliding on the ground and narrowly escapes danger. Man who is working carefully turns around and sees the space shuttle stops right in front of him. So dangerous. My life is saved by a hair's breadth. Weird phenomena continuously happen. Geographer Alan reaches conclusion after careful speculation. Namely, core of the Earth has stopped spinning. Government immediately holds an emergency meeting. Alan expresses once he is up on the stage, everyone on the Earth will die in less than a year. Shockingly, core of the Earth has stopped spinning. This is absolutely the end of the world. Scientists speculate, all electronic devices will be paralyzed in a few months. Static discharge will show up in the sky. People will also encounter lightning strikes. People can only wait for death. An officer offers to go inside the core, but this cannot be achieved at all, since the temperature inside the core is 16,000 degrees Fahrenheit. The distance between the ground and the core is 1864 miles, and the deepest place humans have ever been to is only about 6.83 miles below ground. The doc says, maybe, there is a man who can do it. They take a helicopter to a desert. Meet geologist Joe. Joe shows a laser cannon that he has been working on. It uses the most advanced ultrasonic technology. Everyone puts helmet on. This is the most powerful machine on the Earth. Joe starts the machine. Wheels spin faster and faster, emitting a green ray. People cover their ears. A light shines on the mountain. With a bang, the mountain in front of them starts collapsing. All these sand and dirt make Joe more excited. He dances in place. People are shaken to the ground. 10 seconds later, laser cannon blows a tunnel through the mountain in front of them. People are wide-eyed. Incredible. This tunnel is so smooth. Then, Joe keeps showing. He puts little white rats in specially made box. Starts laser cannon. Bright ray comes out. Something magical happens. Concrete below the box and a meter-thick steel plate behind him are both pierced. But the box is not damaged at all. Little white rats are still alive. Joe introduces ultra-low temperature crystal, combines with tungsten structure, and this heat-resistant material is created. It can absorb pressure and heat and turn them into energy. The officer is very satisfied with Joe's technique. Asks him, how long will it take to build a spaceship with this material? Joe answers, only 10 years. How much money do you want if you are required to finish in 3 months? Joe jokes, only $100 billion. No one expects that the officer is serious. Send me your bank account. These people want to build a spaceship to drill into core of the Earth. Based on Joe's drawings, government finds elites from all over the country. It takes 3 months to build a spaceship that can explore core of the Earth. composed of totally 6 cabins. The spaceship is carrying a nuclear bomb that weighs a whopping 20 trillion pounds. When it reaches core of the Earth, it will cause a huge explosion. To reset the core, 6 people are involved in this life-saving operation. 1. Geologist Alan. 2. Weapon specialist Sally. 3. Scientist. 4. Joe. 5. Spaceship commander. 6. Right-hand assistant Ava. 6 people undergo 3 months of spaceship simulation training to prevent leakage of information about this mission. Government finds high-level hackers to block news. At this moment, a huge amount of thunder is heard in the sky over Rome. The moment that thunder reaches ground surface, street is cut in half. People all rush to flee. Statues are scattered. The Colosseum receives too much thunder. So, violent explosion happens. World-saving team departs right away. 6 people have a brief toast. Then, embark on the journey to save heart of the Earth and let core of the Earth function again. As the command center counts down, 3, 2, 1, carries the hope of all mankind. The spaceship enters from the deepest part of the Mariana Trench. Everyone holds breath. These people are too crazy. Shockingly, they want to go to core of the Earth. The spaceship reaches the depths of the sea and triggers underwater earthquake. Ton of rocks are coming at them, and the undercurrent is pushing the spaceship forward. They're almost at the crust. Joe fires the laser cannon. A hole is drilled in the Earth's crust. Spaceship enters in head first. Successfully drills into the ground. Expect to reach the core in 24 hours. No one could predict that accident happens on the way there. Screen shows a black mass of unidentified material in the front. They all fasten seatbelts. Spaceship shocks violently and enters unknown territory. This is surprisingly a crystal cave. Finally, spaceship stops. After it crashes countless crystals, spaceship's laser drill is blocked by crystal. They have no choice but to move it manually. Some of them put work uniforms on, turn the cooling system on, and cut crystal with laser. All of a sudden, a drop of lava drops. Look up and gaze upward. Huge plume of lava spew downward. This place will be surrounded by lava in 3 minutes. Joe cuts faster. But, at this moment, Cutter runs low on oxygen. At this critical moment, Alan steps up to the plate, attaches his oxygen tube to Cutter. Joe keeps working, but Alan passes out due to lack of oxygen. Finally, Joe cuts off crystal. Several people carry Alan into cabin. All of a sudden, a crystal rock breaks Commander's helmet. Commander falls into lava and dies on the spot. Ava gets in main driver's seat, closes hatch with tears, pilots the spaceship to keep going forward. Going for 2 more hours, the spaceship enters Diamond Field. This is the inside of the Earth. Surprisingly, oversized diamonds are everywhere. Randomly take one out and it will be worth a fortune. Ava uses 20-year-old driving skills. A divine dragon swings its tail, goes through a narrow gap. When she thinks they will successfully pass, a sharp diamond scratches the weapon bay. Ava tells everyone to evacuate the weapon bay right away. But to get nuke controller and laptop, Sally cannot get out. She can only give them to Alan. Weapon cabin is crushed. It deforms and automatically separates from the spaceship. They lose one more comrade again. The spaceship will reach the core in 5 hours. But the bad thing is concentration of the core is less than what they expected. The nuke they're carrying, with a yield of 20 trillion pounds, isn't enough to reset the Earth's core. The doc presents an idea of going back the way they came, and lets the general initiate Plan Destiny. Turns out they also have Plan B. The military has developed a seismic weapon. Its intensity can trigger a megaquake nearby. So core of the Earth can be reactivated. What's more lethal? It is because the military tested this weapon. So core of the Earth stops functioning. The general tells them to retreat immediately. But Alan, Joe, and Ava decide to keep working on the mission. The doc gets angry after hearing this decision. You guys are all crazy. Joe knocks him out with a punch. Alan contacts a hacker at the command center in secret. Begs him to delay the launch of that weapon. It's the end of the world. Shockingly, the Earth stops rotating, and the world-saving squad plans to restart the core through exploding it. The doc comes up with an idea after waking up. Nukes can be placed in 5 cabins, and let them explode successively. In this way, destructive power of the explosion will double, and core of the Earth will start rotating. Ship's valves have to be turned manually, but it's around 16,000 degrees Fahrenheit there, and the coveralls can only take up to 8,000. 3 people draw lots, but Joe cheats in secret. Decides to voluntarily accomplish this one-way mission. After all, this ship is the result of his lifelong effort. Joe says goodbye to everyone. The moment that he opens the heat shield, a wave of heat comes out. Just takes 2 steps. The wrench he holds is molten. Joe stands the intense heat, goes forward with hardship. With a will beyond the ordinary, successfully opens the ship's automatic disintegration valve. Joe cannot hold on anymore. He only has one breath left. Ava turns on the thrusters, presses the switch. The fire that the engine spits ends Joe's life. Dies like that. He will not suffer. Alan and the doc set countdown for the nuke. Ava helps disassemble the cabins. 4 nuclear bombs are successfully placed. At the same time, Hacker at the command center stops the military's seismic weapon, buys them some time. Now they only have 1 nuclear bomb left. All of a sudden, the ship shakes violently. Alan is immobilized by the nuclear bomb. Ava tells them that all the cabins will automatically disassemble in 50 seconds. Alan and the doc try their best to push, but nothing happens. Alan lets the doc evacuate. At this moment, Ava speeds up once. The nuclear bomb is moved from Alan's body, but it presses on the doc's legs. They are down to the last 10 seconds before the cabins comes off. At this critical moment, the doc pushes Alan out of the cabin. He and the nuclear bomb are ejected together. For the success of the nuclear bomb plan, Alan shuts down the ship's energy. Without energy, the ship floats in the lava. The spaceship floats in the lava. Core of the Earth is about to explode. Alan pulls out the ship's nuclear reactor. Doesn't have time to concern himself with temperatures exceeding 3,600 degrees Fahrenheit. He simply uses it as the final nuclear bomb, pushes the button, and cabin separates automatically. Mission is accomplished. Alan and Ava both wait for the arrival of death in silence. The first nuclear bomb starts exploding. At this moment, Alan sees Joe's little ball, considers the ship can absorb heat, and turn it into energy. Just do it. 2 of them convert the ship. Other nuclear bombs successively explode. Surprisingly, core of the Earth starts working, and heat created by the explosion successfully lets the ship regain power. At the same time, the command center detects that the Earth's electromagnetic field recovers. The world-saving squad succeeds. People all hug each other in excitement. Abyss of the Earth. Powerful energy of the explosion pushes the ship out through layers of lava. 4 hours later, they arrive at the Sea of Hawaii, but lose power. The ship stops at the bottom of the ocean. Also loses contact with the command center. They can only wait for rescue, but the military cannot find them. At this moment, Smart Hacker comes up with an idea. Whales can feel the ultrasound sent by the ship. As long as they find pod of whales, they will find the ship. Surely, they find trail of the ship. 2 of them are saved. In the end, they all become heroes. The end. This film is called The Core. Today's question is, do you guys really believe there are tons of diamonds inside the Earth? Believe. Please comment 111. Don't believe. Please comment 222. This film is great. You are recommended to watch the initial movie. Well, that's all for this video. Remember to thumb up and subscribe. See you next time. Bye.